And Paula, can you just elaborate more on the mental health aspect, right? I know we speak about it all the time, but it needs to be reiterated in regards to applicable, realistic things people can do to maintain
Good.
healthy mental health. I think one of the first ones is people need to reduce the amount of news and social media that they're watching. 'Cause I think that's like a key contributor to
Anxiety and
mental
tension. Yes.
illness in our society. Yeah.
Remember, we spoke about this whole thing of frequencies. When we are on social media a lot, we're being bombarded by not just the frequency of the device, but the frequency of the information that is coming in to our consciousness. And our ability to process all these different situations all around the world, the injustices that are happening, the unfair things that are happening, the corruption, the cheating, all of these things assault our sensibilities. Some people are empaths, and so they feel very strongly what other people are experiencing. And for an empath, a lot of this information coming at them is actually detrimental to them because they're literally feeling it and experiencing it. And there are a lot more empaths than we realize. I don't know if there are more empaths than before, but certainly a lot of people who are going through mental and emotional issues, it's because they are empaths and they are able to feel so much more than the average person. So what we're discovering, and the science is showing this, that a lot of the people with the mental health issues and the emotional instability issues, it's because of how they're hardwired to feel more, to see more, to experience more of what is happening, the chaos around them, they're feeling it. And some of them have spiritual gifts, and it is their role and mission to feel all of this grief, sadness, chaos, because they are literally transmuting it on the planet. So they're now built into the earth ecosystem to transmute the negativity. And the Western world is calling it mental health challenges. It's not. A lot of it is them being here to heal the planet and heal what is going on. So I think it's also important, while we're talking about mental health and emotional stability, that we be very careful of the labels that are being put on situations that are natural for bringing the earth back into equilibrium and bringing humanity back into equilibrium. Yeah? I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we're talking about this whole thing of trauma and how now trauma is now a new buzzword, and everybody's saying, well, you know, yes, trauma is trending. Mental health is trending. I was complaining the other day that menopause, as a menopausal symptoms are trending. We have to be careful that we don't get drawn into the branding and the brainwashing of the masses. We have to be vigilant. Otherwise, we're going to say, you know, the way I feel is because of all the trauma that was dealt when I was young and I experienced this trauma. Listen, we have to be careful, right? Are we having mental health, or are we feeling for the first time in our bloodline? Because what I heard another person say is that there are persons that are on the planet now that are the cycle breakers. They're the ones that are breaking the mold of their family line. They're the ones that are breaking the patterns that came through their family line. And the reason why they're able to do this is because they're the ones who actually came and actually have the ability to feel all the pain from their entire lineage. Everybody else was numbing and dumbing down the pain, numbing the emotional trauma, numbing it down, keeping it as a family secret, pretending it wasn't happening, hoping that it would disappear. And it was just being passed down the bloodline. What's happening now, which is part of the whole awakening process, is that there are a group of people that are here on the planet now that are feeling everything from their entire bloodline. And they're feeling it so they can break it, shut it down. It looks like a mental health.
And they said it can't work.
They've decided, hey. And to people who are looking on, especially in their family, they're going to say, oh, you are mentally unstable because you are not willing to suppress this pain like your grandmother and your great-grandmother and everybody else did. You are not willing to. What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you. So we really have to be very careful about how we look at mental health within the context of the awakening. Because some of the people that are experiencing all of this is because they're the ones, buck stops right here. I am not taking this. I am not passing this on to my child. I am going to rebel. I'm going to act crazy until y'all get it.
Man, what you said is so true because I really see that with my peers. I'm probably in a biased group due to how I move and I attract a certain type of person, but
Yes.
I see a lot of people who are really breaking those curses, man. I'm telling you, they're really
Stepping up and- yes.
living differently. Things that used to go on that family for generations, they're not doing it. They deal with their family totally different. Their relationship with their spouse, their relationship with their kids. And more than anything, what I've been seeing, Paula, is the forgiveness of parents.
Yes.
They're cutting off this disdain and animosity with the older generation that's been going on for so long.
It's very important. And as we speak, I know of so many women especially that are preparing themselves to break that cycle to ensure that the same relationship that they had with their parents, they don't bring it forward to their children, So it's a beautiful process to watch, and it's interesting to see how the cycle breakers and the curse breakers are labeled mentally unstable, emotionally unstable, and encouraged to go and get psychological assessment and pop some pills to numb yourself like the rest of us numbed ourselves over the years. So it's just very interesting, just food for thought for everyone that's listening to ask yourself the question, are you having mental issues? Or is it that you have repressed certain emotions or realities for so long that it's now affecting you? Those are the questions to ask.